What's up, y'all? My name is Duana, aka Glamazon1026, and welcome back to my Wednesday series, So You Think You Wanna. Today, we are going in depth and talking about setting powder, what it is, why we use it, what's the difference between setting and baking, like everything you need to know about setting powder if you are a beginner. So stay tuned and we'll talk about that in a few. So a few years ago, I bought my sister a container of setting powder, and I believe that container of setting powder is still sitting on her dresser or in her makeup bag unopened because she does not know what to do with it. And I find that a lot of beginners look at setting powder and they're like, what is this? What do I need it for? Like, why is it necessary? What should I do with it? So that's what we're gonna be covering today. All right, so setting powder is basically just a very finely milled powder that you use to put on top of your cream-based products that will help keep them from slipping and sliding throughout the day. That's literally all it is. It basically does what it says. It sets your product in place. It makes it so that your concealer or your foundation doesn't crease and wear away throughout the day. Setting powder can help your makeup last longer, and it can also help give you a more airbrushed look. It can also help suck up any excess oil or anything that's going on in your makeup as you're wearing it throughout the day. So we know what it is, we know what it does. Now, how do we use it? I am going to show you how to use setting powder to your advantage in the demo within a few seconds. I'm also going to give you my 2 favorite setting powders at the moment, as well as show you the difference between baking and setting. So we're gonna jump right into this demo. I'm gonna show you some of my favorite setting powders, and then I'm also going to just show you the difference between when your face is set versus when you have baked. So one side I'm gonna do baking, one side I'm gonna do a setting. I usually do set because I really like a luminous or a dewy finish. And if you use too much setting powder, you are going to take away that luminosity of the foundation that you're using. So the first one is the Milk Makeup Blur and Set Matte Loose setting powder, and this is in the shade Translucent Medium. Another one is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch setting powder, and this is in the shade Honey. So today I'm going to be using the honey powder. I'm going to use the beauty blender to bake, and then I'm going to use my foundation brush, which is the Beauty by Faye foundation brush, to set. So when you're baking, you want to pick up a lot of powder on whatever tool you're going to be using, and then just literally stamp it into your faces. And you're going to put the powder everywhere that you put your concealer. And it's as easy as that. That's all you have to do to bake. And then you just wait. You can wait for 5 minutes, you can wait for 10 minutes, you can wait for however long you want to wait. Your skin is going to absorb some of the powder, and then you're going to dust the rest of it off afterwards. Setting is a little bit easier. It takes a little bit less time because once you put it on, you're done and you can just move to your next step. So what I like to do when I'm setting is use my foundation brush. And I really love this foundation brush because of the angles that it has. So it can get right up under my lower lash line. It can get between, like, on the cracks of my nose. Like, this is the best brush ever. When I'm going to set my face, I have a little bit of powder here in the top, and I take a little bit up on my brush and I tap most of it off because I don't even want that much on my face. And then I just literally press it into my skin. Another thing that you guys should know is that not everyone needs banana powder. I use a golden color that is closer to my skin tone, and it works really, really well. So just find the shade of setting powder that's right for you. And we're done. Look at that. Ooh, it was so easy. So this side is still baking. This side is already set. All right, so now it's time to dust the baked side off, and what you're gonna need is just a really big fluffy brush, and just take that brush and dust off all of that powder. I'm gonna use the rest of the powder that was on there to set the rest of my face because that's what I usually do. So if you're gonna bake, I think a really good step afterwards is to go over all your skin with some type of setting spray or primer water, just something that's going to rehydrate all the moisture that you took away from your face in the first place. Well, here I have the Becca Glow Shield Prime and Set Mist, and I'm just gonna use that to take off any excess powder that the baking left behind, and to help everything just blend really nicely into my skin. So now that you're finished that, you can go on with your bronzer, your contour, your highlight, and your blush, and you're finished your face makeup. So now that you've seen the difference between baking and setting, you really can kind of make a decision to do what's best for you. My opinion would be that mostly for every day you would try to set, but if you have like a serious, like intense, very long, important makeup day, then you might get away with baking. The thing about baking that you really have to remember is that you must dust away all of that excess powder, or else you'll look like Flashback Mary. That's when you see all the white powder underneath your eye. You don't want to see that. We don't want that. So just make sure that you're dusting away all that powder, and then go over your face with like a primer spray or a setting spray, just to make sure that powder is melted in completely and any loose powder is gone. All right, so that's all I have for you. If you guys have any questions, please be sure to ask them below. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find that link in my bio, and be sure to come back here every Wednesday so that you can learn a new technique in my Instagram series, So You Think You Wanna. I'll see you next week. Bye.